everybody. This is Jasmine and Rob. We're here today to talk to you. A few days ago, I had a chat with my friend Jason, and who's going to be part of the Find Comfort in the Uncomfortable that's happening that's starting August 29th. So for those of you who are in a situation where things are uncomfortable, but you would really like to, like you have to do this thing, but you're so, you want to be comfortable. This is the course, man. This is the course. So I'm going to start this time with the link. It's tinyurl.com/2020-comfort. So if you guys want to register, that's where you go. And today, just as a refresher, I'm Jasmine. And, just in case. And I'm with Rob Cook. Hi, Rob. How are you doing?
Hey, Jasmine. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, life is great. Life is great right now. So
can't complain, huh? New background. Can't complain.
New background, working on this new office, so it's going to be pretty cool. Am I here? Can you hear me better now? I forgot about my mic.
Oh,
how about this?
Mike, remember, no DJ.
How's this? Am I sounding better now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
now.
Fantastic. So
good. You might want to hit him again then with the tiny URL.
Yeah.
I got a fly buzzing, but you tell them about the tiny URL since you got your mic back.
tinyurl.com/2020-comfort is the place to register.
Boom.
So Rob, I'm so happy that you're part of this with us. It's going to be cool. We're going to have fun. So I actually want to talk about you today. I want to talk about you because you got big things going on, right?
Oh, no, come on, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. I am working on a few projects, which one mainly is the course, becoming comfortable being uncomfortable. And it's pretty cool because of how it derived. I think what I love most about this course is how it really was a project when we were in Super Coach Academy, and now turning into something that people can hopefully receive something from to help them amid everything that's going on in the world, whether pandemic, whether social justice issues or whatever. I think that it's going to be a good time for people to hear some information that hopefully helps them pivot alongside society and have the life they want, kind of, so I'm excited about that. 5 amazing people plus myself, and it's gonna be a good time. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what, like, if you think about areas in your life where you were the most uncomfortable, what would that be? Like, could you give us one?
Yeah, I could give you one. I'll give you the biggest one. I was most uncomfortable anytime I was required to grow. And I can give you a million different stories, but anytime they all have the bottom line or the baseline of being put in a position where I had nothing else to do but grow. And that was scary because it required me to have to deal in things I didn't know. It required me to have to get new information. It required me to have to challenge what I already thought I believed. And that process, man, as I understood it then, was just gut wrenching. just chaotic, And now it's pretty funny having an understanding of how it seems to work. It's like, oh, okay, I'm no longer scared to grow. I'm okay with being wrong. I know I make mistakes. And when I do make one, I simply apologize for it or work whatever efforts I can to fix or undo. But then I go on to operating with the new information that I had, and it's like, that seems a lot easier now for me. Most recently, let's say even the launching of my brand, right? not knowing enough about technology and how sounds work and the internet and this social media site and what's the best to do. It was like so overwhelming that I sat idle for months, holding on to things I should have possibly put out. And just as anybody else being uncomfortable, looking for some additional information, looking for some truth, I had some very amazing people around me who were able to point me into a direction to help me get this stuff done, that I'm very close to putting it out. And I'm so excited about them, even doing things, putting things out before they should actually be out. And you know, get a message from my PR coach. It's like, hey, I'm sorry, I got excited. You know, I got excited. But no, that one has been the most challenging here recently, just because it's, I don't know, it's just weird, if that makes sense. You know, with
Makes sense.
believing you have something to say that's going to be enough for people to want to change their life on. So it's kind of cool. You know, keeps me vulnerable to grow, keeps me vulnerable to be open to learning. So I'm excited about it.
Cool. So I'm looking at the course, like we have 6 weeks in our course. So in
Yep.
week 1, we've got Kim, and on week 2, we got Jason. Week 3, we got the wonderful Jasmine. And on week 4,
No bias, right? No bias.
on week 4, we got Rob.
Yeah.
So it says sending up a flare to illuminate the situation.
Yeah.
So can you talk a little bit more about that? Like,
Yeah, so it's a tie to my, I guess you would say, past life of being active duty military. But say if we were in a defensive posture and it was nighttime and we were hearing noises or alarms were going off in our defense system that said something's wrong. Well, what we would do was shoot up a flare, and the flare would brighten the entire area for us to get some sight on if there is anything wrong. And what's so funny about it is a lot of times when people see flares go up, the first thing they do is look up at the flare, which means you're missing what's in front of you. You're missing the problem. You're about to get ran over. You're about to, get overtaken. But the flare is so pretty with the sparkles in the sky. You're just like, ah. But no, sending up that flare so you can really look at your situation and make an accurate assessment on what you should respond and do. And bottom line is, I cheat here by giving you the answer to the test. It's probably going to be putting more love on the situation. You know, it doesn't matter. As soon as it illuminates and you see it for what it is, the answer is going to be putting more love on it. Whether it's a disagreement, whether it's a bias change, whether it's a discrimination, whether it's having these conversations about the social justice issue, whether it's you want to wear a mask, you don't want to wear a mask, you hate the people who wear masks, hate the people who don't wear masks, doesn't matter. The moment that flare goes up, it illuminates. When you look at that situation and you get clear, I guarantee you add a little bit more love, it's going to change. And so that's what I'm hoping I can help point people to on my week. What week I am again? What week?
Week 4.
Oh, yeah, week 4. Yeah, I didn't get a wonderful Robert, so I didn't remember my week. I only remembered your week because of the way you set your week up was perfect. So I don't even, just text me my week if you don't mind. Just text me my week. I'll be there.
Well, it's funny. It's a thing I do. I call myself the wonderful Jasmine. I've been single so long, I gotta do it. I gotta do my own thing.
Dust the shoulders off, right?
But I really love what you're saying, because it is, in understanding the 3 principles, I have come to realization that at my core, I'm love. I love people and I love life. And whenever this smile is not on, I know that there's something that I'm believing that's not love, And so that's I think that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Absolutely.
So I mean, we're all, I'm sorry, you wanted to say something?
No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. So,
Your
you know,
show. How about
we're we're all coaches, and so I mean, before we launched the class, we all asked our coaches or our clients, the things that they thought were the most uncomfortable. Um, and it's funny because we're all six of us are very different, and all six of us got
Oh yeah,
our
oh yeah,
tribe,
yeah.
our people had different answers. So in my gang, I know that a lot of people are like, they're afraid to talk in public.
Mhm.
They're afraid to be like, I can, because I can see, for me, the uncomfortable part was whenever I was being seen,
Mm, okay.
I would get un, uncomfortable. And I've done a lot of things. I was a singer, I was a host, I was, so I had to confront that, because this is something that I love doing. I love talking to people, and I just love being doing this. This is my thing. This is my jam.
Thing is right.
It is. And so I love that I can actually guide people, to just get out of their way and do it. If this is what you like, just do it. Be
Yeah.
you, what kind of uncomfortable stuff did your people say?
Well, most mine would be similar because my whole coaching platform is on a premise, at least built on a premise of having some type of fitness oriented component to it, a health and wellness component. So most of them were similar to not feeling comfortable in their bodies, wanting health a different way. Some of them, oddly enough, were destroying themselves by holding themselves to a fitness standard versus an overall health standard. And a lot of my coaching is defining them as two different things. I even say there is a point where I was physically fit, but I was mentally unsound. So that isn't total health. I look good, had a bunch of muscles. I was batshit crazy. Well, I'm still batshit crazy, but I kind of know it now. But then I thought I was right. I thought I was sane, but no. Yeah. So it was kind of like that. So most people express stuff like that, and that pokes out a vulnerability that I get into with a lot of them, that I hope to get into there, about more love. You know, I remember when this shell cracked for me. I was um, I was at this place called the Bodensee. You ever heard of that? All right, so it's this small little lake, and Lake Constance in Meersburg, Germany, and it sits. You can see the Swiss Alps. You can see a piece of Germany. You can see a piece of France. I think it is, right. Beautiful place, and they have this spa there, and it's this super large health and wellness, spa. And I'm out in the infinity pool, and I look over and I see these people kind of jumping in and just excited. I'm like, this side of the spa is quiet. Over there, they like sound like they got music. Like, this must be the young side. I gotta be on the old side because over there it's popping, right? And so I get up to tell her I'm going over to that side, and I get up and I'm like, hey, I want to go over to that side. And the lady goes, well, it's textile free. And I was like, well, okay, well, I don't have my phone. I'm not trying to text anybody. Like, I'm good. She was like, no, like textile free, like no clothes. And I was like, naked? Butt naked? Hell no. Hell no. No, I ain't finna do that. People ain't finna be looking at me. I'm American, I'm black, and there's stereotypes, like I don't want to meet the stereotype. I don't want to fall short of it. Doesn't matter. I'm not doing it, right? So I go back over, and I'm just beating myself up over this image I have that they can't see who I really am, because that means that's who I really am. It was weird. And I couldn't even enjoy myself being back over there. I was like, fuck it, I'm going. So I go to the other side. And now, mind you, my whole mind is just don't let anybody look at me. You look down at the ground, don't make eye contact with anybody. go jump off into this like they were jumping into a hot spring is what I ended up finding out, or a cold spring. I can't remember which one. And so I just wanted to get to that point, jump in to the thing, get back up, get out, and get out of there, right? And when I got out and started walking toward the cold spring, nobody paid me any attention. Nobody batted an eye, even looked at me. So about 5 steps in this, all that thinking reversed. So I'm like, well, hey, ain't nobody paying attention to me. Like, I'm over here, I'm naked. You know what I mean? Like, wait, nobody's paying attention to me. Now this is the worst thing that can happen to me. The worst thing before was somebody look at me. Now nobody's paying attention. That's even worse. So make my way all the way down, and I jump into the spring. And when I jump into the spring and get out, on my way back, people kind of smiled and waved their hand in like solidarity to me making it through. And when I got back to the other side, it was like, wow, I just walked naked and dived in a cold spring and came back and nobody gave a damn. Like, so all of the sexy, all of that marketable stuff basically just fell away. Like, it literally just fell away. And the body became beautiful. Not a particularly shaped body, the body, because it housed the spirit. It wasn't this measurement meant beauty. And it fell away to where everybody who existed in their body was beautiful. And it was like, whoa. And from that point on, man, that has been the way I've taught the body. Like, true health is your body. Let's get it how you want it. Mine is how I want it. His is how he wants it. And yeah, that's some rhetoric out there, what it should be. But what are you comfortable with it, dear? So yeah, that's what my mind mostly feel about it.
Very cool. Very cool. So, I mean, if you had one thing to say to people that were thinking of signing up for this course right now, because really what we're going to ask people who sign up, or what we are asking actually people to sign up, is to bring something to the table, like bring something that is making you uncomfortable right now, that you would like to have a breakthrough in.
Ooh, we're getting real.
Yeah. I mean, I've coached so many people that just were afraid to speak up, and that after, talking through it with us, just like we were able to do it and really got how it was just something they made up, or it wasn't really, it didn't have the power it had over them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So because I don't want to go for an hour here. I don't want people to think that we're doing this course. No, we're going to do it. We will do it. What would you say to them right now? Would you invite them to think about something? If you might not.
Yeah, show up. That's what I'm inviting them to do. Show up.
Yeah.
Show up, man.
Show up. And guys, we had a group discussion and we made a price of $147, and we understand that right now it's weird times, like unprecedented. So we're doing it at $147, but we're also doing it pay what you can. So if you're thinking about it and you really are attracted to it, please just sign up and pay what you can. We're going to be so happy to talk to you.
Y'all are so much nicer than I am. I'm going to say, I don't care what you're thinking about it. Sign up. Whether you think it's good, whether you think it's bad, I really don't care. Just sign up and let's create something amazing together.
Rob, I'm Canadian. Don't you know Canadians?
I know. I'm American, so I know it. I did it.
All right, guys. Well, as you can see, we're going to have fun. This week, I'm going to be chatting with Lorna. I'm going to be chatting with Alla. Yeah, I'm talking with Lorna, Alla, and Kim next week. So, guys, stay tuned and hope to see you on the 29th. I'm going to stop the live stream now. You take care, guys.